I have decided that I'm not going to be the one to decide if this video is PG-13 or rated G. I'm just gonna tell you, if it has cussing, it has cussing. And if it don't have cussing, it don't have cussing. This video has cussing. You have been warned.
Hello everybody, Assam is still, and today we're going to be talking about a time somebody indirectly confessed to me after I had just come from another country, and then the popular kids gave me the name Macaroni Girl. Let's get into it. Also, I forgot to greet you guys, but hello, my stars. I said hello everybody, but you guys are the stars. I mean, still, you guys are the stars. Oh, hello. I'm not trying to copy Curtis Town and have an extra greeting. I'll just remember to say hello, stars, next time. Me promise. So there's a lot to unpack here.
That's what I told my imaginary therapist.
Freshman year. Let me give you some background information before we get into this story. Before second semester of freshman year in a public high school, I was in Bulgaria for 2 years. And I don't know the language fluently, so I was pretty socially awkward for the 2 years that I lived in Bulgaria because I didn't really, and I lived in a strict household on top of that, so I didn't really get to interact with many people. And when I did interact, because I didn't have that much time, like, my interactions were poor. And also I was bullied a lot when I lived in the countryside, not in the city, but in the countryside. I was bullied a lot for being half American. They just viewed me as American in the countryside. Like, the boys would like bully me and one of my other relatives and throw rocks at us, and it was just not fun. So my point is, I was very socially awkward because I didn't really want to go outside that often while I was living in the countryside, which is where I stayed for most of the time. Now fast forward, and my dream comes true when I finally come back to America in December of 2016, but it's too late to attend first semester of public high school. So I attend the second semester of public high school. So I was socially awkward. I haven't been in America for 2 years, and my social skills were shit. And all I knew was YouTube. That's all I knew. All I knew was Chwames. Unfortunately, Shane Dawson. I know, cringe. Boo. I know. Ugh. It irks my soul that I used to relate to him so much. Bye-bye. Oh, and I used to watch James Charles. Let me not say these. Actually, you know what? I'm not afraid to say their names. What are they gonna do? Come for little old me? Little tiny moneychko me? Floating around in the internet? I'm not no threat to nobody. So who gives a shit, right? And I used to watch a bunch of different YouTubers, so that's where like my personality came from. So I was a socially awkward person that knew a bunch of Vine references, meme references, and just YouTube stuff in general. And that will come into play later. I didn't just spew out a bunch of random ass information, I promise. So freshman year, second semester, I'm the new kid at school. It's PE, but we're running around indoors. And I remember I did not have my PE uniform yet, so I was dressing eccentric as fuck in PE, which probably made me stand out. Ooh, I was a baddie. I had like this, I'll show a picture. I had this fluffy brown, kind of curly hair, had my little anime haircut, the eyes a little bit freaky, the lips non-existent, but that was like the aesthetic. Okay, that was my aesthetic. Now I like lips, but back then I was all about like the non-existent, like cutesy lips. You know what I'm saying? I'm still into kawaii things. I just like lips now. You know, there's different ways to be kawaii. You don't have to have non-existent lips to be kawaii. Anywho, and I had this like reindeer shirt and fluffy black skirt and like pastel pink tennis shoes, and I'm just running around, and out of nowhere I kind of noticed there was like this shy boy kind of following around behind me for a while. He was just kind of like jogging behind me, and then there was this guy who was like taller, and he was like the popular guy. I have never seen him again after that year, so he pretty much became non-existent, but he was the popular boy at the time. Take my word for it or not, he was. And he was jogging up behind me, and I noticed him kind of trailing me for a while, and then he was like, hey, hey, and I'm like, I don't think anybody's talking about me, even though I stick out like a sore thumb, because I'm used to like, I guess, hiding from people, because I was like hiding from my bullies for a long time. So I don't know, I just didn't think that they were talking about me, so I just keep jogging for a while, and they're like, hey, 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 and I think they said something that made me know that it was me. I don't know if they made a comment about my pigtails or what. I just knew that they were talking about me. They said something, and like, girl over there, something like that. So I turn around, I'm like, and he's like, yeah, you, yeah, my friend over here likes you. I could already tell that they were not actually friends, because he was the popular guy, and the other guy, he was just like a shy guy, like he never like said a word. And honestly, when he told me that, oh, my friend likes you, I did not know what to say, because like I said, I was socially awkward. I've never had this kind of thing really happen to me since like elementary school, which was the only time that I attended public school prior to high school. So I didn't know what to say. I mean, what would you say? Like, write it down in the comments below. What would you say if you were like the new kid at school, and all of a sudden Mr. Popular Guy runs up to you, calls out your name in front of everybody, running around like it's, you guys aren't alone, everybody is there, everybody is watching you, you already stick out like a sore thumb, all peepers are on you, what would you do? What would you do? Comment down below. Or not. Nobody's putting a gun to your head. We don't promote gun violence here, so. But if you want to comment down below what you would do if you're the new kid at school and the popular guy is like, hey, my friend likes you, go ahead. I would like to know. I'm really curious to know, because I didn't know what to say. I don't know what somebody's supposed to say when that happens. So what I did was a little bit cringy, not gonna lie. I referenced something that Chwames once said, and if you don't know who Chwames is, he made the famous llama song. Sad llama, mad llama, mentally disturbed llama. Big fat mama llama. Chwames, don't come at me. I forgot some of the words. I'm sorry. But anyways, I remember there was one time he had a video about a crush or something, and he said, I think it was like a Q&A or something, and he was like, when people tell me that they have a crush on me and they say that they like me, all I say is, and I like macaroni, but I don't go around telling everybody I like macaroni. And I remembered that. One of my brain cells was like, hey, remember that thing Chwames said one time? Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
What? Let's do it. Let's say it. This is the time. Now is the time to use this information. Why? ¿Por qué? Why? Because. And so, little me pulled it out of my head, and I was like, I literally answered this guy, and I like macaroni, but I don't go around telling people I like macaroni. And I kind of ran off. Don't be fucking rude. Are you kidding? I didn't mean to be a jerk. It's just that it all happened so fast, and I felt like it was a lot of pressure because... Huh? Like, I was barely at this school. I just came here recently. How you already gonna have a crush on me when you just seen what I look like? That's why I kind of like didn't know what to say, because it's like, I just came here. I didn't even talk to you. I could be a bitch for all you know. I could be a nasty ass bitch. Don't be deceived by my looks. I might be a nasty ass bitch. You don't know me. How you gonna have a crush on me just by my aesthetic? I know that sometimes you can tell what kind of person a person is by their aesthetic, but sometimes you can't. Even though there are communities where like a certain style is associated with like positive things, there could still be some nasty motherfuckers there, some judgmental ass bitches, you know? So you don't know me at all. You don't know my personality. So I was like shocked that this guy had a crush on me when I was barely at this school yet, you know? So that's why I said what I said, because it was so fast. I didn't know what to do. But looking back on that, I really feel bad for the guy, because I can tell that he was a shy guy, because he just radiated shy guy vibes, and I never noticed him saying anything to anybody. You might be like, well, how are you gonna know that about that person, but you think that they don't know shit about you? Well, when you've been the outcast for so long, like when I was in Bulgaria and I couldn't even like really like speak with people, I spent most of my time observing people instead of like speaking to them. So I had those observation skills, you feel me? I was constantly in observation mode, like I always feel like somebody's watching me. Observation mode was my autopilot mode, and it was just kind of obvious he was shy. Because if you're not shy, why are you gonna get Mr. Popular Guy to go express your feelings for you? If you weren't shy, you would just say it yourself, you know? Like, why would you get somebody else to say it? But I feel like the popular guy just randomly plucked some random shy guy as his victim and went up to him and was like, hey, you like anybody? Oh, you like somebody, huh? You can tell me, I'm your friend. And then he got the guy to tell him, and then he basically used it as entertainment. That's what it felt like. It felt like the guy had very nasty intentions, like he just wanted to make a fool out of the shy guy, because later the popular guy, whenever he would see me, he'd be like, oh, hey, it's the macaroni girl. Like, I get it. What I said was funny and ridiculous, but it's kind of like the whole incident was like entertainment for him. And there's another reason why I feel really bad. And then, what's I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had the shy guy. I had him 2 years later, my junior year in Math 3, which, by the way, I bombed it! I sucked at it! Whatever. But I literally sat at the same table as him. We would be in groups, and in groups we would, like, ask each other questions and work together to solve problems. Not him, though. Not him, because anytime I would talk to him and I would say, let's make up a name for him real quick. Kylo Ren. We're gonna call him Kylo Ren. So I say, hi, Kylo Ren. And I would greet him just so that it's not awkward. It's like, hey, you know, everything's okay. Like, hi. When I tell you he could not even look me in the eyes, I mean, he could not even acknowledge my existence. Like, I would be like, hi, hello, Ren. What do you think we should do about problem number 3? I'm kind of confused on what we should do with the cosine. And he would just be like, and I would keep trying to talk to him, and he would just be like ignoring me. And by the way, before any of y'all are like, well, that's mean. Again, I get it. Like, I know how shy people are. And when shy people are vulnerable about something and they're vulnerable about their feelings and it backfires, it becomes really awkward for them because they were already shy and now they're just kind of like embarrassed, you know? And I kind of really wanted to make this video because I just wanted to say,
oh my God, what is that?
To all the, excuse me, I had some fuzzies on my lip from like random fluff flying around, like dust bunnies and whatnot. But anyways, I wanted to kind of like make this video because yes, I do love me some macaroni, but the real moral of the story is that people's feelings shouldn't be used as like entertainment or like for attention. Like, oh, I'm the popular guy, let me get everybody's attention by saying, hey, my friend likes you, and then watching it like go like wrong and then making it into a joke. Like, I could just tell like the popular guy did it for entertainment. It was really funny to him. He was just laughing the whole time. He thought it was amusing. And meanwhile, the shy guy was really affected by it because even years later after it happened, when, you know, people would at least somewhat move on, you know, because people can change a lot in a few years, or they cannot change at all. It depends on the person and where they are in development and whatnot. But 2 years later, and he could not look me in the eyes when I would talk to him, and I still feel really bad about him because, you know, people's feelings are precious, you know? I would be really scared if I trusted someone and they just blasted my feelings out there and it backfired, you know, and embarrassed me. You know, I would be really sad about that. So, to any popular kids who might be watching this, you know, you might think something is like haha hee hee, but like, don't play with people's feelings. You might think that it's funny in the moment and it might be really entertaining for you in the moment, but for those people, it can affect them maybe forever. It might affect them to the rest of their life because it happened at such an early age. And you might not understand because you might not like give a shit, you might not care, because you would never like, you would probably never be so open about your feelings or let yourself be vulnerable because you know you wouldn't want to look like a fool or have that happen to you. I'm not saying that people that express their feelings look like fools, but people can kind of like be mean about it and make somebody feel like a fool for expressing their feelings. So,
you know, watch your mouth.
You know, don't be that kind of person to be like, you know, fake nice. And pretending to be somebody's friend only to use them for entertainment. I think that's kind of fucking sick. And if the guy, I don't think he'll even recognize me, but if the guy from freshman year is watching this, hi, I hope you're doing well. I'm really sorry that happened to you. And I really hope that you know that your feelings are precious and that they matter. And that just because this was a bad experience for you, it doesn't mean you should give up. If you want love, if you want that for yourself, don't give up. I know that was a really traumatic experience. Trust me, like, I've had my own heartbreaks many times. but don't let that stop you from, you know, going after somebody else that you might like one day, you know? But next time, kind of like get to know them for a while. Don't just like kind of like jump on it, because as quick as you are to develop feelings, as quick as it could diminish and go out, you know? So if you want to have somebody in your life like that, my advice would be to kind of like get to know them for a while first. Maybe you want to be their friend first and see how things are. It's not really a good idea to kind of develop feelings for somebody so quickly just because of their appearance, you know? And I'm not judging you or anything. I'm not judging you at all. I'm just trying to let you know that there is hope for you. I'm really sorry that that happened to you, and it's just unfortunate that that happened, but I do believe that you will find happiness, and I'm really hoping that you will. I really do. And to anybody else watching this video, my advice to you is, if you've had something happen like that to you, I know that there's some memes out there that are like, nobody will remember that happened years from now. I remember that happened. You know, but regardless of whether or not people will remember what happened, regardless if they do or not remember, don't let stuff like that stop you from living your life. Every time you have a disappointment in life, I mean, really, it's a lesson. It's not like it's not like the lesson is, oh, let me avoid these kind of things because they'll always end badly and I'll always have my feelings hurt and it will never end well for me and nobody will ever love me. Like, stop it. Stop. Ayo, stop. Stop.
I'm Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Pause. Stop it right there. That's them, officer. They are charged with treason against themselves. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Like, just because you had a bad experience, it doesn't mean that you're doomed. It doesn't mean that you'll never be with the right person. It doesn't mean that you'll never be loved. Like, just because you had a bad experience and somebody used your feelings against you and you felt embarrassed, that is not your sign to give up or never go after that kind of thing ever again. It just means that that wasn't meant to be, you know? And you need to be able to move on and know that there is hope for you, you know? Because let me tell you, I have confessed to a guy before. I have kind of like let somebody know that I kind of like them before. And I have also been played by a guy before. And that will be in another video. And I've had my feelings hurt so many times, but I never gave up, you know? And I never am gonna give up, you know? And some people might say, well, that's because you're an extroverted person. You're extroverted, you're social, you're a social butterfly, it's easy for you to move. No, it's not. Just because I'm extroverted, that doesn't mean that I don't have feelings of shame or guilt or embarrassment. I get all of those feelings. It has nothing to do with being extroverted or introverted and more about your resilience as a person. Shy people aren't any less strong just because they're shy. And I want you to know that if anything embarrassing happens to you in high school, it's true that a lot of people will forget about it. But if somebody doesn't, it's not the end of your life. It's not the end of the world. Like, there are literally so many bigger things in life. And as somebody that has like finished high school and graduated 2 years ago and is attending college now and gonna graduate, I'm literally gonna graduate again next year with some degrees. I really just want to let y'all know it's not the end of the world. If something embarrassing happens to you, even in your 20s or whenever something embarrassing happens to you, it's literally not the end of the world. There's literally so much more to come. And there will come a point in your life where you'll have so many things to do, you won't even have time to think about those embarrassing things anymore. And you might occasionally think about it in the shower or on the toilet. I don't judge. I know I do. But it's really not the end, and don't give up on, you know, finding love for yourself if that's what you want, you know? It's just, in high school we have feelings. I mean, it's not like we don't have feelings anymore as soon as we leave high school, but things are very awkward in high school, okay? They're going to be awkward for literally everybody, even the people that look like they have their shit together. Okay, it's gonna be awkward for everybody because that's just high school. Shit is awkward sometimes. So yeah, that's my story of how I was called Macaroni Girl. It wasn't really multiple popular kids that called me Macaroni Girl. It was probably the guy and his friends that would call me that. But, oh, extra, read all about it. When I came up to the guy a few years, no, it was like next year, because I literally did not see him junior year or senior year. Like, he was just gone. He probably transferred schools, for fuck's sake, I don't know. But next year, I saw him in the hallways at school by the C building, and I went up to him and I was like, hey, it's the Macaroni Girl or whatever. And he was just like, he just looked at me like he was like spooked or something, but also like, who the fuck are you? And then he walked away. That just like goes to show he doesn't even remember the incident. Like, he literally doesn't give a shit. Like, the fact that he doesn't remember the macaroni incident goes to show that he doesn't remember the guy whose feelings he blurted out either. Hi. That was a lot, not gonna lie. I kind of want some macaroni now. I'm kind of hungry now. You guys might be hungry now for some macaroni. Maybe this video is your sign to eat macaroni.
The CEO of Macaroni should, like, sponsor me or something.
Like this video, and I'm gonna eat macaroni. And if you don't like this, I can't speak English, really, and it's the only language I fluently speak, so. If you don't like this macaroni, if you don't like this macaroni, fuck you! If you don't like this video, then I will starve and never eat macaroni ever again. So if you want me to eat macaroni, like this video, and maybe subscribe, I don't know. I'm pretty new, so if you don't like me, that's okay. Because I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I kind of get rambly in this video. I didn't have notes for this video. I probably should have notes next time. And I hope that you guys just stay safe and stay healthy. And until next time, hasta la pasta!